Perhaps you might start with him. Oh my god, are we gonna use them as fucking emotional support animals? This is Thancred and the stream freezes. What? No, my bitrate is down. Drink water, we all get thirsty after seeing Thancred. Uh-oh. Is we back? Okay, we back. It still says 150, or it still says almost 2 hours on my stream title. I don't know why my bitrate's red though. The hell? Are we back? Are you good? It doesn't say reconnecting or anything. Yeah, I drank the water, of course. I've been here the whole time. I've been going. I mean, I see the chat. It's all fine on my end. I think it's Twitch that's having the problem. But my bitrate is way lower than it should be. It did reset my stream, brother. Are you serious? Oh my god. Why, dude? What is wrong with Twitch? That's literally not my internet. I have not reconnected at all. It didn't even restart. It literally just started the timer over. It didn't go to 0. Oh my god. I'm snoozing at ads for as long as I can. That's so dumb. Thancred, who's the problem? Clearly. Dude, that fucking blows. Why did that... This is literally... I don't know what's going on with Twitch today, but that fucking sucks. One moment. I'm back. Let's see. It was off on mine for like 2 minutes. Man. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Dude, that sucks so bad. It still says my bitrate's bad. The bitrate still... If it goes out again, I'm ending. So... See how it goes. Oh, can I help you? It is you who helped me? Is my anxiety so truly obvious? A burden shared is a burden eased. Pray tell us of thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. I'm an engineer, you see. When they say of the ship that some of the decades of trial and ingenuity that's built with peerless elegant technology, all true, but I know that none of it's a guarantee. We've never before launched a starfaring vessel, let alone flown it in the great expanse. All the times we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard for the first voyage. But even so, if it fails us, then what can we do? If it doesn't, it could fall apart on our next flight, or the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought the Aetherburner's design was flawless too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies. Thou dost that, right? And thus dost thou hold the power to allay his fears. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but well, maybe you could tell me if there are any aspects of the ship's designs that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform our tasks, for one, but if as a mean by which to employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell, to regulate the environment. But what if it's not strong enough? Everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we left the star. Ah, gravitation! Maybe I can help after all. Up there is not so different than down here, you see. The same rules apply. If you consider them as part of one big cosmos rather than separate places. Oh, they're getting on with it. As we both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Yeah, if Thancred's tale be true, there's still others who benefit from the insights born of the experience. Never fail upon the Lopers to attend them. An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is not we like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Theris and learn more about them while we're at it. Well, glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Meme, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek thee out, the distressed and apprehensive, and inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here, then I may introduce each to a suitable Loporrit. Well, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Loporrit, and every Loporrit in their place. Oh, there's an unconcerned gleaner back here. Oh, he's on my way of delivery. Whatever it is must wait. Troubled souls. Man, this is a gigantic area. What the hell? Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have no doubt we can make it up there, but the searching for a new star planet of the part sounds awfully vague to me. I asked the forum, but they only tell us that our collaborators have everything under control. Beginning, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through a sea of stars on God's knows what, made by God's knows who. You mean to say that I can speak with them directly? Amazing! I hope they like questions. Sorry, I need this. I'm snoozing. I'm using all the snoozes in the ads. Home researcher. Worries. No, I believe I'm fine, thank you. I've been confiding in my colleagues. It's helped a lot. Can't recommend it enough. I want to say there's gonna be none outside. Maybe it's crazy of me to say, but oh, there's one. How may I help you? Why, what a lovely idea. I too noticed people becoming rather tense, so I rushed out to pluck some fresh and fragrant tea leaves. I only tracked down 100 or so cups. Don't you worry, I can manage. I hope your plan to cheer everyone up goes well. This woman's doing better than you are. Damn. That's crazy. This woman's doing better than you are. Hired gleaner. Anything bothering me? Well, I'm loading cargo for bells now, so my back feels like a void since played it as piano. My feet and knees as drums and cymbals too. They're fine, they need a break. Oh wow, there's a lot here, huh? Can I reach it from here? Wow. Down here, ooh. Told our collaborators. Feels like it'd be more effective than sitting here brooding. And attempts to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate in fewer trips should the Aether Burner make our original estimates feasible. There are simply too many variables, so my brow will turn inside out. And perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight on how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know. My face, what's wrong with my ow? Perhaps I'm a bit tense. I was tasked with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. The suitability of a few species is still under debate, and I can hardly make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Putting the Loporrits in our discussion is a wonderful idea. Absolutely will, thank you. Our biology itself might offer some clue as well. You. Yes, you idiot. Have you seen an envelope lying around? This imbecile refused to give me the alchemic order I ordered without a bloody slip of parchment. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt they'll be more help than you. Even where I was identified time already. What am I thinking about? The medical facilities on the ship, of course. And as I am with the assistance of our sages and Chirugans, but to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in the great expanse of beyond is beyond any of us. To say nothing of the effects of living out there indefinitely might have on the body. Proof of the moon? Why did I not think of that? The end of the world is nigh, yet the world goes no faster. Schedules are such temperamental things, feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And I've never felt so alive. Only sleep can save her now. She's lost her fucking mind. Concerns? Yeah, there's no point in worrying at this stage. It'll only make that work go that much slower. You're coping well. Okay. Down. Down, down, down. What is there? Oh, they're losing their mind. I'm not completing my duties as Slayer. I was in need of a break, you see, but then I found myself unable to relax at all, so I went on a walk and I noticed these weeds and... Fuzzy conversation partners and oh so fuzzy. It does sound like a much better way to relax. Right? This is literally hyperventilating. Oh, thank God my chest is tight. Am I dying? This is what dying feels like? Oh, do pardon me. I didn't see you there. There's no cause for concern, I assure you. Cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment, if the whole design buckles under the strain of the entire vessel may explode unlaunched, claiming countless lives and dooming all mankind. That is highly unlikely. Yes, yes, highly unlikely. Highly... Our visitors can help me triple check for structural flaws, you say? That'd be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already. I guess upstairs we'll have two, hopefully. There's one. Blasted assistants. Where are you going off to at a time like this? Beg pardon, but I'm not the time for idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm that the aether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery, and it seems I should do so single-handedly. Where, when I found those assistants of mine... The Loppers are willing to help. Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about how they checked 2 dozen times already and haven't slept in weeks. Lazy sods. Uh-oh. I've gotten the rabbits into trouble. Only one more left, huh? I'm assuming some like back in that area on either side. I do want to check over here first. Nope. This is a hard one. A lot of ground to cover. Really? No way. I missed one somewhere. What? How? Uh-oh. I'm missing one. Where could I possibly have missed one? Boy, I am, having issues. I don't know. Where could I have missed one? I've been everywhere. I might need to be flown up. See if I can find them. I need a bird's eye view or something. Where could they possibly be? Where I started. Know which one I'm missing? Oh my god. There's an inside? There's inside of buildings? Oh, motherfucker. I'm about to check so many more places. Okay. How many of these buildings are real? All of them? Oh, I found them. Leave me in misery. Before I can appoint someone else. Oh, I apologize. I simply just don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under the pressure? You know, Starship pilot I speak with? Truly? Well, then there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. There we go. Behold, meme. Through thine efforts worth hath spread throughout Labyrinthos. Verily, to a greater number than we anticipated. Living away doth gather more operatives as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills. New bonds of friendship might be forged. The great matters require not thine attentions. Watch over them, I prithee. Ad break coming in soon.
So much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleepingway. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that, were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
Okay, so let's stop here for a moment while ads play. Man, I'm like kind of blown away by all this. Like, damn, dude. This is crazy. I kind of can't believe it. Like, are we really, like, they're building it up like we're actually going to be able to stop the final days, but we haven't even started looking for Meteon yet. Yeah, I'm assuming the final days is going to happen because, I mean, literally the next expansion is called Dawn Trail. I'm assuming you're pioneering on a new star, right? Like, but we never lose, so I don't know. About the end of an expansion. Maybe this is the first time. I don't know, dude. I don't know anymore. I don't know if we're gonna lose or not. Somebody's even aware of light can't win. Yeah, but like usually in times like that, something else helps us. Like when our fight against Hades, right? Everyone threw their light or whatever at it. All together. They held him off while I walked towards him. Also, that's another thing. Why did it show me stumbling towards Emmett Selk when it showed that weird scene of Vana stumbling through and getting bloodied worse and worse? By the way, she looked like a horror movie like character, like a main character from a horror movie that's like somehow survived the slasher. Also, I don't know what was hitting her still. That whole scene, I feel like, is like, I don't know. It's like Nier Automata stuff where I'm like, I can't tell really what, like, understanding what's happening. Like, I get that she's like, man has to crawl and suffer and, strive to, make do with what they have and the pain that they have to live through. And that was what all the symbolism was around her, like the child screaming over the dead parent. All this other, there's a show like all these different scenes. Friends turning enemies and arguing, like, it showed like all these different sorts of like negative emotions all around her, right? But it was because otherwise they would bring, disaster upon themselves, mankind would, if they were to, seek perfection. So it was her sundering that's supposed to like make people live with their, imperfections and their in the negativity, right? In balance. Visual representation of the sundering and the thing she sacrificed? I don't know. Alright, ads are over.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt.
Who's
Master
they?
Louisoix,
Oh.
Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Moonbreeder.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yes, I am.
Vilfson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic. And
Oh, fuck. I totally forgot that he said he was going to talk with them. He was going to bite the bullet and finally get it over with. Holy shit.
It has been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Oh,
Likewise,
no,
old friend.
dude.
Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
Alfei, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Oh, they love him. That should be an
Do
emote.
you have any idea how worried we were?
He thought you'd hate him.
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise.
That's very true. You can't tell Moonbreed to do shit.
Don't blame
Very
yourself for her
anti-authority.
death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Oh, he's shaking so much.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know, we always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
That is perfectly accurate. That's a very perfectly accurate
So we offered a
representation.
suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
Oh my god. It's like fucking buckshot, dude. It's like a shotgun blast right to the chest, man.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
Oh my god, dude. Wow, they did a good job. This looks like if you put them together, you would get Moonbreaker.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Are we reprogramming the Loporrits by talking about our loved ones dying? Are we going to change them to, instead of flee, to resist? And all of Chartland's going to be like, ah, confound it, we told you not to get in our way. Oh, meme. Be assured that I am fine. I am. I'm glad to see them too after so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company. If it was to accept their kindness, it would have been far harder had I faced them alone. Now has my gratitude for lending courage to the Loporrits. Not disposed to rest on their laurels, several of our guests have elected to accompany my countrymen to their stations. Some few may still come hither seeking counsel, but I shall remain to aid them as need be. Though are needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. Matter of fact, I was hoping you might check on Alize. Last I saw, she was regularly carrying an enormous pile of boxes out the west gate. Not myself, but we all know whose help she's less likely to scorn. Not to mention that, much to my misfortune, I can think of several other things I ought to be doing. Until later. Her leather is a emotional support creature confirmed. It's true, it's true. Holy shit, the blue quests. Is just these two? Recommendation? These two. Oh, what am I to do? Ah, you're that adventurer of the students of Baldician, aren't you? Doesn't matter, it's not to you, but my son seems to have run away. Was there a child here in the first place? Yes, simply put, my wife and I work at Emporia, and she happened to conceive whilst we were living here in Charlie and Hamlet. Sure, you had many sleepless nights wondering if we should quit our jobs and leave Labyrinthos, or entrust the child to a friend of ours who dwells somewhere more suitable. Ultimately, we decided to continue our work while raising the child here. After all, research is for the very future that our offspring will inhabit. The issue, is, however, that the magic prevents us from revealing anything confidential is too potent to be used on children. Of course, we can't let little one to roam freely. There's no telling what he might impart to others. He has spent his entire life thus far within the confines of Charlie and Hamlet. We recently had a slight spat with him, and, well, he's decided to flee. Imagine me going after him and only make things worse. I could ask to talk to him in my stead, or I could ask you to talk to him in my stead. I'm sure he'd be much more willing to listen to anyone other than his parents at this point. Thank you. Purpline, my boy, is most likely in the plaza to the east. Can I imagine he struck it any further on his own? Ole mole. Ole mole. Alright, you little shit. Go home. I'm not doing this. I did this on Garlemald already. What? Who are you? Stranger danger. I mean, at least he knows to do stranger danger. Can't outrun me. I'm the warrior of light. I'm not going to go home so easily. You probably won't believe me either, but I've noticed that all's not right in Labyrinthos. Why don't you try telling me first? Fine, I'll show you what I've seen. The artificial light here has changed recently. Most people haven't noticed it, but your whole life here, the difference is like night and day. Even so, no one took me seriously when I bring it up, all because of my age. Got into a big fight with Father about it. Labyrinthos is in danger. Who knows what would happen if the artificial sun broke? Well, I can't go home just yet. I need to get to the bottom of this first. Although, I can't venture outside of my own, so there's countless monsters out there. I also suppose you would come with me. I could pay you. It's not much, but I don't got pocket money for my parents. You don't need to pay me. You're like, what? 12? I get 12 years of money. They were different from the rest, but now your church treating me like a child too. This is a proper deal, alright? You gotta take my money to make it fair. Then it's settled. I mean, I'm just here for the Aetheryte current. For the Aether current. Oh, yeah, Alize's probably like 5. Oh, true. Alright, well, see you later. It's not my fault they gave you a yellow quest. See ya. I thought this was the guy for a second. You're a visitor to Charlian too, aren't you? You have a worldly look about you. Gleaner, I too have journeyed far and wide. Tell me, where's the furthest you've ventured? Another world. Is that meant to be in jest? Your face tells me you're serious. Aye, you should do nicely. See, I need a more experienced traveler to say a prayer for me before I leave for Garabania. If you would do me the honor, the reactor operator by the tower to the south should have a lantern crystal prepared for the purpose. The what? Oh. Actually, it's point in the center still. I summon Poi. Oh, there's Poi. Should I borrow a ride? You're gonna go here. What the heck? Well, this is just very randomly a two-seater. They could have made this 4 seats. This could have gone even further back. It would have been a conga line. Thank you. Are you here for the crystal? Oh, it doesn't sound good for that gleaner. Folks need all the luck they can get. Lanterns light the way through the darkness, a tool which can mean the difference between life and death. They're synonymous with safe passage, and as such, it has become custom in recent days to imbue the crystals inside with the prayers of a more seasoned traveler. Today, traveler is you. They face the crystal and pray for the safety of the traveler to be, if you will. Well, that's cool. Macaulay recently told me about the power of Akasa, a concept taught in Radzahan, how it reacts to strong emotion. One of his method of praying to a crystal is a manifestation of that power. Well, that should about do it. With luck, your prayers will help guide the gleaner safely through the perils of his journey. Right, Pillion. There. There's this giant wall in the way. Makes it a lot easier. By the way, I've been playing Scholar on an alt again. Buddy of mine has wanted to get back into it. He only ever got up to level 17. Fun fact. All right, pop quiz, and it's not multiple choice. It's open-ended question. Name a level 1 class you cannot start the game as. Rogue. That is the one I was actually looking for. Yes, so they wanted to be a rogue when they started the game, and then you couldn't. They started as a Lancer, and it did the MSQ until you visit all the 3 city nations or whatever. And now they've went over to Rogue, and they've only got up to level 10. So... oh, the pain. Give me a second. I'm just coming back to life. After I just died. I'm dead. Oh. No, you don't have to start in Limsa. You have to... Wait. No, because even if you start in Limsa, it doesn't give it to you until you do the MSQ quest that gets you to all 3 cities. So... Wait, is it? Wait, can you get it before doing that quest? I thought it was MSQ locked. But if you start in Limsa, it doesn't matter. Or so I thought. You have a lantern crystal for me. Got my thanks. Your prayers fueling this, I have faith that it'll keep me safe until my return. And now I depart for Garabania. Hope your travels are successful as well as mine. Also, Sleeves gets a new alt. So true. Oh, okay. Here's a good one for us, boy. I've never been to this part before. I'll get added later in ARR, so not a starting job. But yeah, it blew my mind because I was like, wow, that's like a thing you can't start as. Because I showed them like the level 1 classes by their level 1 names. Like, you know, Rogue, Lancer, you know, all this stuff. And saw what they wanted to do. They were definitely like wanting to do some sharp, stabby, you know, DPS. And they wanted to do Rogue, and I was like, oh, you can't start as Rogue? What? I never considered it before. And I was just like, what the? That's fucking crazy to me. Meme, what are you doing out here? No, I don't mind if you help with the boxes, but it's far from the most exciting of tasks. Are you sure? Well, I appreciate the assistance. You need to get these to Aporia. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimens and samples, so try not to be too rough with them. How much should we wait for us when we arrive? See you there. Squealing! You do the Mario Kart strat where you just go against the, you know, inside wall. If I'm not wrong, Arcanist only got introduced in open beta 2. Well, you start as an Arcanist. I don't know if that's like, you know, but that's because it opens up into 2 classes, right? So it's like really good for it to be that, right? That was a new job for... Oh, I see. Okay. Hold up. Is there a wall here that's going to make me have to go like a specific part? There is. Okay. 2 minutes to get there. Hut 2, 3, 4. Hut 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're home with the crates. Wonderful. Put that there with the others. My gratitude, but how did you come to be involved in this? Of course, I started as an Arcanist in ARR. I wanted a fairy. Huh, then I suppose I have Thanker to thank as well. It's funny, when I'm doing Scholar, I always use Ruby Carbuncle, because it's close as you could get to having Ifrit. Wondering where we were tasked with bringing these boxes to Aporia to begin with, so was I. Turns out this is the base of operations of sorts. Those with the final say as to what is included in the ship's manifest can be found here. Well, they're included, I suspect. That should be everything. In the past, you got fit for following you around. You heard all that at once. Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh hush, they're louder than they look. Everyone has your delicate arms. Suppose we should let someone know that we finished. And for an egg, yeah, that's what I meant. The Paladin's in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why don't you come along? You should get credit for your assistance, at least. Considering where we are, we might even learn something interesting. It's funny, I play the job that starts with critters because I think it's easy. Oh, this was so short, don't worry about it, Put. I gotta go touch this crystal anyways. Stick your arm in the armhole. Gods, it never ends, does it? What can I do you for? We brought samples from Charlotte Hamlet. Science Series 110? The crates are by the entrance. Thank you. I expected one of my colleagues, but we are dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment. You are fortunate adults, children, are you not? Alpha known allies at your service. Well acquainted with father, I take it? Quite. I've been friends with your parents since our days at the studio. I remember when you were yay-high waddling hither and thither. Clearly, it's been quite some time since we met. Good to see you again, wielding your father's noodlets, no less. You know our parents when they were young? What were they like? Pray, spare no detail. I shall like nothing more than to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here, and reams of paperwork want for submission. We can help with that, in exchange for the sort of stories our parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Very well then. There happens to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery. How about each of you take one? Alize, the world is ending and you're making fucking paperwork delivery just so you can hear embarrassing stories of your parents? Wait, right here. Red, green, blue at your service. You will find a forum representative waiting to collect these near the southernmost structure. Oh, I haven't kept her waiting too long. Never mind Alpha Known Alize, I'm certain they'll be back soon enough. The warrior? With the who? Why Summoner wasn't so boring? Why, you don't like playing TF2 Engineer? I was playing. Are you not one of the Sons of the Seventh Dawn? They're meant to be working the Aether Burner. The opponent's paperwork. I've been to work in misplaced his quill. Appreciate your help in seeing these documents in my hand at last. As for your other task, it keeps between us, but sincerely hope you, Scion, succeed. The Exodus is without a doubt the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum. We must be circumspect in all respects. Risk is a privilege we cannot afford ourselves. At its heart, however, Charlotte has ever been a nation of the curious. It would be a tragedy indeed if we were the only ones to stymie your pursuit of truth. Ah, let us know that everybody around here is evil. I played old Summoner, but I don't remember anything about it. I bet my Jack Cameron character has probably enough stuff. I bet it has the old stuff still on it, maybe. Quick and efficient. I dare say you have a talent for this work. The twins paper will only need to be delivered elsewhere in the facility, so they should be returning any moment. I do remember the flashing lights not being a thing. We return with not a scrap of paper remaining on our persons, you will note. You both have my thanks, and my apologies for sending you on an errand far below your ambitions. I, even as a baby, struggled out of your swaddling clothes, and... That's quite enough of that, thank you. It was the compromising stories of our parents that we'd like to hear, to reiterate. Of course. I knew your father for so long, I must have something. Well, as you know, part of what Olivia named garners such respect to Charlotte is your family's storied history. And you two can trace your ancestry directly to those who came aboard Yunkrep's Hope, a lineage few can claim. I thought much of it myself. It's not as though our forebears founded our nation. They were simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, it's traditionally been a point of pride. It was why Yunkrep's pronouncements renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason has ever been our family's creed. Until your grandfather's time, Archon Louiswa looked not to Nyankarev's words, but his deeds. He asserted in defiance of his... Oh, hang on. Does have a dog that isn't locked to Garuda sniff? Man. Defiance of his peers, that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was a true mark of our founder's virtue. First was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations, led him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consign mankind to his doom. There will ever be conflict, and calamity will follow thus. To ignore the plight of one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. Remember his words well. Indeed, Archon Louiswa lived by that personal creed and used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Charlene or no. No one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yet Fortudal could not reconcile Louiswa's deeds and the philosophy of their forebears to his fears. The philosophy in which he believed so fervently he had made a pariah of his father. Don't agonize over this contradiction for much of his life. Gods, father. A son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Not always thus. I also know Fortudal's a cranky old goat, so I'm sure you butt heads often enough. Yet even so, you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts, every moment of every day, and that is not an exaggeration in the slightest. You should have seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable he was, with a kind of dumbfounded grin I've not seen since he first took a fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it. He loves you to an embarrassing degree. But he's also frustratingly single-minded. Once he decides that given actions for the best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. We're finally annoying habit when you're at the other end of it, as I'm sure you will agree. I'll say. Thank you for your insight. When we next meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Don't to get me in too much trouble now. A new form on my side. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back to work. I have to make sure those specimens you brought make it to their proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. We'll speak again later. That's so funny. Hail, you three. Grah! Surely Koklo hasn't driven you out of the forge already. For better or for worse, no. Every SMU test requires more than a single pair of hands, and here you are. I can use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Fortunately, Isaiah and I have prior commitments, and we've delayed too long as it is. What about you, Min? Can you spare the time? Always. Perfect. It shouldn't take long. What do you need? What do you need? In the event that our, and I quote, promised heap of adamantite falls right out of the bloody sky and into my lab, Master Koklo wishes to be ready to put the proverbial hammer to the anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames in Koklo's forge to be burnt or to burn hotter, seeming to increase the amount of aether being funneled into his furnaces. The flow of fire-extracted aether in Labyrinthos is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here, for which I have borrowed the key. The adjustment will require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then. We'll see you in Charlie and Hammond once the adamantite arrives. This way then. Oh, no, what about this here? Only 234 to the southeast. Oh my god, it's here. We're like right on top of it. Wait, recommendations me? Yeah. But yet, not quite. 100 to the southeast. You stay here. I seize it. I seize it! What? Wom 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 wom. Oh. The reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and adjust the fire aether output. When I do, a rather large amount of water-expected aether will issue from the vent at the top. This should attract at least a few elementals, and we both rather not be drawn into the reactor itself, trust me. Can I ask you to put down anything that draw too near? I'll push you a little trouble, I'm sure. Okay. Wait here, if you would. Oh, there. What? I took my thing to look cool, it didn't work. Here we go. Bang! Bang! Harvest Moon! Plentiful harvest! Roar! Immuno. Holy shit, that's the new move I got. Oh my good god. Drink water? Oh. Okay. Oh, I can go back. Yeah. Oh, cutscene. Did everything go smoothly out here? I thought as much. Not much complications to speak of inside either. And the water aether appears to be vending properly. I expect Coco will have seen a difference in his forged flames by the time I return. Have you? There was another matter I was allowed to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something I've been considering. Part of this I share with everyone, yet you and only you have been to Elpis. Okay. Established, refined itemized a product of Allag, of the Empire's twilight years, in fact. It was a material which saw much use on the part of Algan's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world, Dalamud, of course, being the most prominent. Those who would push further, expand Allag's empire to encompass the heavens and stars above, perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist Amon. Amon, who was also, you know... Did he remember his life as Hermes? I believe he had his own reasons. There's always suggest that he had retained memories of his former life. He only joined the Ascians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. Not his memories, though, what drove him to pursue the idea of such fervor. It may seem far-fetched, but what it sounds like... but what if souls, like minds, have a personality, so to speak? Natural disposition towards which they are inclined? Oh, yeah, I agree. You know that relative certainty that it was a gross decadence and inexplorable decline of Ally that moved Amon to resurrect Emperor Zondi. The Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. Facilitating Zondi's return, Amon provided these languid souls the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or would have, had not Zondi been convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desires for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be the means to the same end, but still the people with new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amon was appalled by how those around him lived. He could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning, and both of them sought that meaning, that hope, in the distant stars. Which is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it is the consequence of their actions which matter. Their motives are of no moment, and yet, to reach those stars on wings of adamantite, travel to the ends of creation and beyond, the promise of a hope everlasting. That much I do understand. But enough musics for now. Why don't we see how Coco is getting on? So are you not dying in this expansion? Like, Xenos is gone. Don't tell me the fucking bird girl is gonna kill you, bro. Your ass cannot be dying to no bird girl, okay? You're gonna have to figure it the fuck out if you die to a bird girl. Oh, wait, boy. I need your help. Back to the forge. Oh no! I can't go above level 90 because I don't have Dawntrail purchased. It has a cancel mark here. Oh shit! Does that mean I have to go buy Dawntrail today? Oh no, dude! I gotta go buy Dawntrail today. I'm losing out on some experience here. Is there anything I should know about buying an expansion? That or change jobs? I can't. None of my jobs are level 88. They're below the MSQ. I mean, I don't mind missing out on some experience. That's whatever. I'm level 90. I'm over level, but damn, that's crazy. Okay. Go this way. Phew, I can feel those flames ablazing from here. Glad you found someone capable, Graha, but there's not much left for you lot to do, because you can conjure the refined adamantite any faster. You also start Dawntrail at level 90? What? Sure. I mean, I'm probably going to change jobs, because I would, you know, when I get to Dawntrail. Man, I don't know. Maybe we should call it there for today, and I'll go buy Dawntrail. Yeah, maybe it's a good sign to call it here for now. Here, let me just like teleport over to this one. so I can clock out. Oh my god, so I can log out faster. Sorry, think about work. Expects is that you can upgrade to collector's edition later when it goes on sale or something. I mean, that's fine. I mean, the only thing I've ever had was that one earring that gets you up to like level 70 or whatever faster. I think it's Endwalker's collection. See, when I bought Endwalker, I had never even been through Heavensward yet, and I thought Endwalker was going to be the last expansion. And then they did Dawntrail, and I'm like, what? Like, I thought they were going to end the game. I thought it was going to be, you know, like, all right, the game's been going on long enough. You know, we've had this many expansions. You know, game over. And nope, here's another one. I was like, what? What? But I knew nothing about the story. You know, I wasn't even through Heavensward. Like, I was worried about dragons and primals and shit, right? Now I'm worried about individual worlds. Like, you know, the things have changed quite muchly. But yeah, so I think I'll go ahead and just end it for now, and then I'll go and buy the expansion. I'll may actually hang on. Let me do this. Let me go. Menfina's earring. Yeah, that was the one. Bringing close to a new expansion. Yeah. Here, you guys stay here with me for a moment. I'm gonna do this while I have you guys here, so if I have any questions I can ask. Because keep in mind, I've not bought an expansion in this game in years. I'm assuming I go to Lodestone, right? At least I'm going to assume that's where I should go. Log in. Pre-order equals collector's edition. Also, and from there to Mog Station. I would like to be, wow, I have 5 characters here. I wish I had a 6th one, but I have no reason to make a, make a character on another server just yet. Okay, so Mog Station, huh? Let's see, Mog Station. I'm just gonna look at Mog Station then. It's not showing me the online store, Mog Station. Okay, here we are. Accept. So we have item code, add game time, credit card, Krista payment, games and additional services, additional expansions, Windows, Dawntrail, purchase. It's $40. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, it's gonna be fucking a gigantic amount of, you know, whatever, of time. All right. Well, next. Okay, so it has my account name. I just hit purchase, right? Is there anything I have to do? Credit card, debit card will be my payment method. Product content, FFXIV, Dawntrail, Windows. Let's say you can buy the collector's edition later. Oh, I see, okay. All right, next. Card information, sure. Next. You've never bought expansions on Mog Station? I've only bought them through it. Registration has been completed successfully. Details of your service account can be confirmed on the account services page. Account services? Account information. What? Why is that for my birthday? Are you going to show me nudie stuff on the Mog Station? I highly doubt it. Okay. But how do I know that I got it now? Remember playing the game where expansion was super difficult because Mog Station was more Japanese back then? Account information? No. Service history? Wow. You want to know when I first made my account? July 30th of 2021. You should get an email soonish. Let's see. Purchase complete. Okay. How do I know that my guy got it though? Oh, where can I see that? So on Mog Station, I think I can share the screen for a moment. Go look at my old name. Is there anything that shouldn't be there? Okay, yeah, it's just my old username is kind of embarrassing. Screen capture. So here it says account and there's service history. And it shows when you've updated stuff. I've updated my password twice because it was being fucking weird and did this. These are both in September, by the way. I was like, what the hell? Like, what is going on? Why does it keep making me update my password? Something weird was going on here. But it says it was registered July 30th of 2021. Pretty cool. I might have to restart the game. Let me see. Yeah, I still have the cancel mark, so it hasn't gone through yet, which that makes sense. It probably won't do it for like an hour, maybe. I just want to see. Wait, list subscriptions. No. What subscriptions is even on the Mog Station? Confirm account status. Okay. Is there no way I can just see what I'm allowed here listed? 2011? Oh my god. 10 years before me. Is there really no way to see how far my subscription goes to? Alright, that's fine. I'll close it out. Alrighty. That will be where we end it for today. I'm gonna get out of here before the ads start back up. Thank you guys for being here. Things are crazy. I don't know if we're gonna save the world or run away or what. I have no idea anymore. We still haven't done anything about space traveling with Meteon or whatever. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm waiting. The waiting has been waited. And account says at the bottom there's a table that check marks for which licenses go out. Oh! Hang on. Log station me. You back? Not the Mog Station I thought. Meme frog, please. This is like the wrong Mog Station. What the hell? This is Lodestone. I want to go to the Mog Station. This is also Mog's. Oh. Hang on. History. Nope, I need to go further back, apparently. What? Here? What? Why is it Japanese now? What? Now I'm on the front page. Oh my god. Okay. Recent activity. Let's go here. Yes. Meme frog. I'll have to look at Meme frog. Related sites. Mog Station. We are here. My account. Meme frog. Somehow I am now back to the Lodestone. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, go back. Go back. Service account status. No. Oh my god. What is going on? I don't even know how to get to where. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. It's under service account status. If you scroll down, I now have Windows Edition. Wait. It says I don't have the collector's edition of any of them. What? That's not true, but okay. I literally have the earrings to prove it. But anyways, Dawn Trail has been obtained. Alright. And it says that my account is my old username. Alright. Good, good, good. Perfect. Exactly what I want. Okay. We got there. We got there. The earring was pre-ordered. Oh! Not collector's. Oh! Okay. I pre-ordered Endwalker. Nice. That's cool. Why is it Minfina? Who the fuck is Minfina? Is that that's the love goddess, right? Of the 12? That's her. That's her. I think. Yep. Wow, I like it. That's how I usually select as my god of the 12. Does it freaking matter for some reason? Why would they let select if it doesn't matter? Anyway. Alright. We're gonna get out of here for ads, start back up. Yeah, crazy stuff today. Man, that scene with Moonbreeder's parents, that's pretty peak. Pretty peak. All my fucking friends hate Moonbreeder. They're like, who cares, bro? She was there for 5 minutes. And I'm just like, man, that's why it was so sad. She was so cool and you only get her for 5 minutes and then she dies. I don't get it, man. I don't know how you can ever hate Moonbreeder. Like, what the hell, dude? Playing around with Broth Girl Creator next stream? What? What? Broth Girl Creator next stream? Who? Did Dawn Trail peeled something? I miss her. I miss her too! You can now make a Roth Girl. There wasn't Roth Girls before? What the hell? That's crazy. I'm gonna be like, this is what Meme Frog would look like if it was a Roth Girl. Boom. Posted in there. Fimroth. Yep, new with Dawn Trail. Wow. Nah, probably not. Meme Frog, I have to make a whole new character if I were to make a... Because it couldn't be like, oh, this is Meme... Like, I don't know. Meme Frog in my mind is very male. I would have to make a new character of some kind for it to be, whatchamacallit? For it to be female. Like a Bun Boys came with Endwalker. Man, what a good change. That's why actually, I think that's why I pre-ordered Endwalker. Because I used to be Banui build the way that I am currently Forge build. Right? Rogue build. Roth Girl could and should be more buff. Well, you said more buff. But that doesn't mean they're already pretty buff. Yeah, I wanted to be a Banui so bad. I was literally a hearer, and I just wore the bunny ears from Gold Saucer. But then they came up with actual Banui boys, and I was like, okay, well, you know, here we are. Finally, I can, you know, fulfill my destiny. Okay, Samurai Jack Aku style. All right, see ya, everybody. I will be back tomorrow at the same time doing the same thing. Until then, you all be sure to drink water, eat food, and anything else you need to keep on going. And I will catch you all around. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.